Mystery Hour. And now here is your host, Mystery Jeff Holder!
What? Yes! Oh! How are you guys doing? We're doing a live audience in Springfield, Missouri. What the heck? You are watching Fox KRBK. There's nothing wrong with your television. We're in Springfield and we're doing this, and it's so exciting just for me, but I appreciate you coming to my basement and watching this show. My basement is gorgeous. I live above the Kayleighs. Hey, we have a great show for you guys tonight. We have Dr. Spence, the president of Evangel University. Yeah. We also have the music of Kayleigh Rose. And you guys, there's a great international aid organization located right here in Springfield called Feed One, and we love them so much that we made a commercial for them. Check it out. You know, the mock turtleneck's the only article of clothing that in the name describes how you'll be treated while wearing it. Some people say you can tell if a woman has had plastic surgery by looking at her hands. I say you can tell by looking at her plastic surgery. You know, it's impossible to sound intimidating while saying the word mittens. Did you know you can feed one child a month for just $10 with Feed One? Yeah. You know, we have a lot of cool people on the show, and tonight we have someone who's not being interviewed, but he's a huge celebrity in his own right. And so we put him out on the street in front of the Kayleigh Theater on Park Central East just to give out autographs. People are very excited about it. He's out there giving out autographs, and he, of course, is the 2012 Southwest Missouri Regional Spelling Bee champion, Julian Pacheco. So we're gonna go to him outside on the street. Julian.
Hey Jeff, how's it going?
I'm good, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good. It's cold out here though.
Pardon me?
It's cold out here though.
Yeah, well, suck it up. We didn't bring you here to complain. Julian, you have your trophy, that's great.
Yeah.
So you're giving out autographs.
Yeah.
How's it going so far?
Pretty good, I've given out 2.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Julie, can we pull out a little bit and see your setup? I want to see the setup. Yeah, there he is. And could Julian yell out your best pitch for why someone should yell it out? Get that guy right there.
Hey, sir, would you like an autograph? Excuse me. Would you guys like an autograph? I know that's calling you.
Missing out. Okay. Well, Julian, we'll keep you out there all night.
Thank you.
We'll check back in with you. His autographs are guaranteed to be spelled correctly. All right. Let's move on to something called Things I've Noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
All right. Very good. These are things I've noticed, things I've observed, just looking around. You might relate to some of these. I've noticed that I wonder if it's called a soul patch because it's the facial hair of choice among youth pastors. I've noticed that I decided to view the 80s classic films about the missing dog back to back to back. I call it Benji watching. You guys aren't going to like this one then. I've noticed that if I were a famous pianist, I would write a book called The Keys to My Success. Yeah? Circle it. I'm circling it instead. I've noticed that I wonder how Smurfs describe it when they're feeling sad. I've noticed that when Vladimir Putin is in the bathroom and somebody knocks on the door and he says, somebody's in here, and the person asks who, things could get really awkward real fast. Vladimir Putin. Hold on a second. I'm Vladimir Putin. Don't find me. Vladimir Putin, don't find me. Finally, I've noticed that if I wanted to write a hit song these days, I should make sure there's at least 2 lyrics that say, hey or oh. That's things I've noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed.
Stop it, stop it. It's too long. Good enthusiasm, though. Hey, we are on Fox KRBK, and we are a locally produced show. And what's neat is not everyone knows that they actually have a number of locally produced shows. And I was flipping through the other day and came across this one. It's a local soap opera, which is really neat. And but it appears to have been written by the Bolivar Chamber of Commerce or Bolivar, the city of Bolivar or something, because it seems like it is a local soap opera, but they're also promoting Bolivar at the same time. So anyway, have a look. Diane, I have something to tell you.
What is it, Peter? What? Tell me. What is it?
I'm leaving you, and I'm moving to Halfway, located halfway between Buffalo and Bolivar.
But why? Why would you do that? We have everything you could need right here, from 6 gas stations to multiple recreational opportunities. Why, Peter? Why?
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
Tell me, Peter, what has happened?
You know your mother?
Of course I do. She died 5 years ago in an RV fire in the parking lot of the gorgeous Historical Society of Polk County Museum.
Well, she didn't die.
What?
You know our gardener, Frank, who got an inexpensive degree from Southwest Baptist University so he could be a leader of tomorrow?
Yes?
Well, his name's not Frank. It's Phyllis.
Mom? I can't believe it!
Well, believe it, daughter. It's as real as the low cost of living enjoyed here in Bolivar. It's as real as the satisfied smiles walking out of the Bolivar Family Dental. It's as real as the deals at Bill Grant Ford Mercury dealership.
Your mother and I are in love, and we're ditching this town.
Well, before you go, you should know that I trained at the Bolivar Academy of Taekwondo. I learned the art of kicking butt and also fell in love with Sensei Trevor.
You didn't.
I did.
You couldn't have.
I could.
But he's so dirty.
Not anymore. Peter, Frank, I got my clothes and the lawn in front of my dojo cleaned up thanks to Cindy's quality cleaning and mowing.
She's good.
She's so good.
Yes, she is. Mom, I want you to know that I'm filled with rage, much like the 1.45 million gallons of water filling the iconic Bolivar Water Tower.
Oh, yeah? Well, much like the city of Bolivar's reliable and efficient sanitation services, I'm gonna kick you to the curb!
Stop! Right there. Not in my town.
Mayor Dr. John Best? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be governing the city or working as a cardiologist at Citizens Memorial Hospital?
Possibly, yes, but I was walking my dog, Liberator, and I heard a commotion. Now listen, just because in 2011 Bolivar had a slightly higher violent crime rate per capita than the national average does not mean I'm going to allow this to happen.
Dr. Mayor John Best.
Mother?
Brother?
Sister?
Mayor Dr. John Best?
Sensei?
Stepson?
Dad?
Freeze, everyone, and give me all your money!
By the majesty of David's heating and cooling, I won't stand for this. Although this great city values the Second Amendment and freedom for all, this is wrong. Mayor Dr. John Best, save us!
Karate chop!
Those are all real places and the real mayor's name, and we did not ask permission for any of it. We'll be right back with Dr. Robert Spence. Stay where you are. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is the Mystery Hour. We have a great guest coming up, but first we have a great guest sponsor. Ha! Our guest sponsor tonight is Big Whiskeys, where you can get all kinds of things from liquids to solids that taste good. I don't think that's the slogan. Hey, we have a great guest. He is retiring from Evangel University this year after 40 years on the job. Give it up for Dr. Robert Spence.
Thank you, sir. Be right here.
How are you, sir?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah. In 40 years, have you been on many late night talk shows?
I have been on. I've been on a good many.
Yeah? Yeah. Wait, have there been other local late night talk shows before this one? In
This is the
Springfield?
very first
That's right. Thank you. Okay.
in Springfield.
Yeah.
You are the best.
The best. Thank you. That's what you say to the students, I imagine. Like, you are the best we've had here.
They are. They absolutely are.
So, but tell me, so after 40 years, this is it. You are, as of this taping, you're less than a month away.
That's right.
How does that feel?
Feels good. 26 days away.
26. Not that you're counting.
No.
No. Is it strange? You've been in one job for so long to think that in May you won't be doing it.
That's right.
What are your plans? Do you have great retirement plans?
I have wonderful plans. I will do some things that I've not had the time to do.
Yeah.
I will spend more time with family, children, grandchildren, and just not having to meet the daily demands of a schedule.
Yeah.
Not having some of the very, very important decisions that go along with the job. Someone else will be doing that.
So if I am to paraphrase what you just said, you're going to sit in a recliner and watch daytime TV?
I'm not that bad off yet. I will find more productive things to do.
Yeah, good. Well, you're one step ahead of me. And I know this is remarkable. I mean, most presidents, certainly I wouldn't think, have 40-year tenures. And that's because you started when you were pretty young for president.
Well, I was 38.
Geez. I'm 35. I can't.
You're 3 years away from a wonderful opportunity.
But, oh yeah, but okay, but is the job's not available now though, is it? You already have a
it
replacement?
already has been filled, but there are others.
Okay, but what if I were to like take over before she's able to really do it? like a hostile takeover?
You really need to look for another place.
Okay. That's probably fair.
You know, Jeff, I know that there are people who look at my tenure as being unusual. It perhaps is in today's culture, because the average tenure of college presidents in our nation now is more like 8 years.
Yeah.
But if you go back in our history as a nation, back to the early 1900s, let's say, it was not uncommon for a president to serve 40 years, some of them longer. And we're talking major universities that would have presidents that would serve for 40, 50 years.
But we wanted to, since you started your tenure in 1974, we wanted to ask you questions about the year 1974 to test your memory. All right, are you ready? Okay, cool. Who was the president in 1974 of the United States?
Gerald Ford.
Yeah, did he become president that year?
73.
Yeah, okay, great. Because someone on here wrote Richard Nixon, then Gerald Ford.
Well,
General Ford.
Nixon had to resign because of the Watergate scandal, and Gerald Ford became the president.
Correct. What was the Best Picture winner of 1974?
You know, we didn't attend movies in those days.
Yeah. The Godfather Part 2. Wrong. This is interesting, the national average of yearly tuition in 1974. I'll tell you higher or lower.
Are we talking public or private?
Yeah. It's a fair question I don't know the answer to. In my column, I'll put wrong.
Well, probably the average tuition in the private sector at that time would have been more in the $10,000 to $12,000 a year.
Okay, I'll assume that it's public then.
It would have been more like 4.
Lower.
3.
Lower. I think this is wrong.
We're not talking.
That said $500.
No.
She probably got it off of Wikipedia.
Well, even the community colleges were more than that.
Yeah. I'm not counting that one. You won, we lost. But very sincerely, thank you for the impact you made, not just in Evangel, and just how much of an impact that made in the community as well, because Evangel growing so much during your tenure, and just the lives that you impacted. We really sincerely appreciate you coming by and talking.
It is a privilege, and in my time, during my tenure, more than 30,000 students have been on our campus to have a part
That's neat.
in their lives.
That's neat.
Thank you.
Keep it going for Dr. Robert Spence. We'll be back.
Thank you so much. That was great.
Tonight's musical guest is brought to you by School of Rock.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. We have a great musical guest. I'm very excited to have her here tonight. Please give it up for Kayleigh Rose.
Take my hand, I am finally lying. I fall down so many times. Remind me how you are mine. Oh, how that heals me. I'm I'm falling fast now for you, babe. You know if you leave, how I will cave without you. Raise my hands, pull me against you. I know you hear me. Our love is bittersweet. I crave you. I feel like I'm frozen in ice. I stare as you walk by. Now I am fine. You are sugar, cinnamon, honey, so sweet. Don't know what you do to me. I am higher. I'm falling fast now for you, babe. You know if you leave, how I will cave without you. Raise my hands, pull me against you. I know you hear me. Our love is bittersweet. I crave you. Oh, I crave. You know how delicate I am. So don't hurt me, don't hurt me. And you know how fragile I am. So don't drop me, don't drop me. Raise my hands, pull me against. Oh, I know you hear me. Our love is bittersweet. I crave you. Oh, I crave you.
What? That was amazing.
Thank you very much.
Jeez. Wow. How old are you?
I'm 16.
She's 16.
Yeah.
That's stupid. I mean, good. It's good. Stupid in a good way. Hey, that's our show for tonight. Just so you guys know, 10% of our box office proceeds tonight will go to MSU's Relay for Life, a great cause. After this is another great show on Fox KRBK. We'll see you next week.
Catering for the show brought to you by Big Whiskey's Restaurant and Bar.